Hare Krishna. Mataji, are you able to see the screen, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, I can see both you and the screen. Both are visible, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So today we are starting the divisions of faith, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga, Chapter 17 from Bhagavad Gita. And before we start the class, please let us take the obeisances of the beautiful deities of ISKCON Mangaluru, Sri Sri Radha Govinda Ji, Sri Sri Radha Govinda Ji ki Jai.
Hare.
Here, okay. So one's modes determines one's activities, faith, and worship in the modes. So 17.1 Arjuna Uvacha Ye Shastra Vidhim Utsrujya Yajante Ashraddha Ashraddhayanvitaha Tesham Nishta Tu Ka Krishna Sattvam Aho Rajas Tamaha. So, Mataji, can you please read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, translation. Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, one who does not follow the scriptural injunctions is an asura, demon. See, we should not think that asura or a demon means he will be having two horns on his head and teeth protruding. So, in Kali Yuga, demons will not be like that. So, demons means those who don't follow shastras, those who don't believe in shastras. So, they are called demons. So, the difference between demigod, devotees and asura people is that the devatas they follow the scriptural injunctions, or the devotees they follow scriptural injunctions, and demons means they don't follow scriptural injunctions. They don't believe scriptures or Vedas. They come from Krishna, they come from Vyasadeva, right? Who's an incarnation of Krishna. They think Vyasadeva is also a normal human being like us, and that's why they don't believe in the scriptures. They think that it is written by some ordinary human being. Okay, so they don't have the faith that Vyasa Maharshi is an incarnation of Krishna. Okay, so one who does not follow scriptural injunctions is an asura, so a demon. One who follows the scriptural injunctions is a deva or demigod. Arjuna is asking Krishna the position of one not following some rules not in the scriptures. So, is worship of human as gods worship in goodness, passion, or ignorance? So, Arjuna is asking. See, nowadays in Kali Yuga, we see, right? We see people, they worship humans as gods. Like, we should not mention the names, but we see that Puttaparthi Sai Baba, they worship him as God, that he's a human. And even Sai Baba, they worship, he's a human. They worship him as God. Right. So we should not Arjuna is asking this doubt. See, is worship of human as gods, worship in goodness, passion, or ignorance? So do such persons attain real knowledge, thereby highest perfection and stage of life? He's asking that question to Krishna. Okay, so here you see Scientology, right? Scientology means it's a kind of a religion wherein they worship this flying spaghetti monster. Okay, and this we don't know what this is, but they think that spaghetti monster, flying spaghetti monster, that is their god. They worship him as a god in that Scientology religion. So such blind beliefs, is of no use. Worshipping such flying spaghetti monster, it's of no use. So that's why we should follow the scriptures. So Arjuna is asking, so if you worship like that, if they imagine and they create their own gods or human like this, like what mode do they come in? Like, do they come in a mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance? 17.2 Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Trivida Bhavati Shraddha Dehi Nam Sa Swabhavaja Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. The Supreme Lord said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of three kinds: goodness, passion, or ignorance. Now hear about these. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Krishna is telling, Krishna is the Supreme Lord, is telling according to the modes. Like if we are in goodness, our faith will be in goodness. If we are in the mode of passion, our faith will be in the mode of passion. If you are in mode of ignorance, your faith will also be in mode of ignorance. So here, let's see. Due to laziness, some do not follow the rules and regulations laid in the scriptures. Such arrogant persons are governed by the modes of material nature. Their specific nature depends on their previous acts in the different modes. Exposed to material nature, the living entities are perpetually associated with three modes. However, the nature can be changed by a bona fide spiritual master. One must abide by his rules and following the scriptures. One will gradually change from ignorance to goodness or from passion to goodness. With diligence and intelligence, one can attain higher modes of nature. So here they're saying, so if you are in the once, I mean, like actually the spirit soul is generally in pure goodness. But because of some reason, we have come to this material world, and that's why we've taken a body in the material world. Obviously the spirit soul takes a particular body, so depending on the body we take, we may be in the mode of goodness or passion or ignorance, right? So depending on that we lead our life. But here they're saying these modes, these material modes can be changed when you come in contact with the spiritual master who is in that disciplic succession, who is in that guru parampara. So by following the instructions of the guru, and you read the Shastras, you can gradually at least change from, if at all you don't even go to pure goodness, at least you can go from ignorance to goodness and from passion to goodness. Okay, at least you can, you are not in passion and ignorance, you are at least coming to the state of goodness. Okay, so 17.3. सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भक्ति भारत श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो यो यत् श्रद्धः स एव सः. So Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation: O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here they're saying one's faith, whether in goodness, passion, or ignorance, depends on the nature he has acquired. Based on the type of faith, one associates with the specific type of person. So if you are in the mode of goodness, we try to associate with persons who are in the mode of goodness. So our faith will also be like that, obviously, because of what mode we are situated, we try to, our faith is automatically dependent on that mode. And then we associate with such kind of persons. Every living being is a fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Hence, originally, we were transcendental to the modes of material nature. So originally we all were souls, spirit souls. And spirit soul is always on the level of pure goodness. But what happened later? But we when because we rejected Krishna and we ourselves wanted to be the enjoyers, that's why Krishna placed us in this material world. So what happened then? On being conditioned by the material nature, forgets his relationship with the Supreme. So when he comes to this material nature, and he accepts a particular body, he forgets his relationship with Supreme, because he came here with one purpose, to enjoy. He wanted to be the master. He didn't want to think about Krishna at all. So that's why he forgets his relationship with Krishna once he comes to material nature, right? Once faith and existence becomes absolutely material. So we become materialistic. We want to do because we wanted to be enjoyers, masters, right? We wanted to be master, not servant of Krishna. So we wanted to be master. So we wanted more and more sense gratification. So everybody should listen to me. I only want everything in this material world is for my enjoyment. So like that. So it becomes absolutely material. Okay, so to re-establish that forgotten relationship with the Lord, one has to be cleansed of the material contamination through this Krishna consciousness. So, if you want to remember Krishna and get back to that eternal relationship with Krishna, so we have to be cleansed of these material modes. So we have to come above these material modes, these three material modes. How can we come above all that? By practicing Krishna consciousness under a spiritual master. Shraddha, faith, comes out of mode of goodness. Right? Faith comes out of the mode of goodness. In the contaminated conditioned life, there is no pure goodness. As such, one's faith may be in a demigod, created God, or mental concoction. In transcendental pure goodness, real nature of the Supreme is understood. In impure or imperfect goodness, faith is contaminated by any of the three modes. The contaminating modes influence the heart. So it's based on our modes that we associate with. Our faith is totally dependent on the mode. So if you want to transcend the material modes, the only way is and come to pure goodness, the only way is by practicing Krishna consciousness under a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. Thereby, faith is dependent on the influence of the mode on the heart. So, if the heart is in the mode of goodness, so is the faith. If the heart is in the mode of passion, faith is also in the mode of passion. If heart is in the mode of darkness, illusion, faith is also contaminated. So, from different types of faith in the world originated different types of religions associated with different kinds of worship. So, each person, depending on their faith, because if you're in mode of goodness, your faith is in the mode of goodness. They worship their depending on the mode of goodness. And if their faith is in the mode of ignorance, they worship someone else. And if their faith is in the mode of passion, they worship someone else. Let's see who they worship in the next shloka. So 17.4. So hardly if you see the PPT itself, you'll understand like how the mode of goodness people are, mode of passion people are, and ignorance are, right? Yajante satvika devan yaksha rakshamsi rajasaha pretan bhuta ganams chanye yajante tamasa janaha. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's already understood. If you see in the PPT, the picture, the mode of goodness, if you see, they worship like demigods like Shiva, Brahma, right? They worship. And mode of passion, they worship humans. Like nowadays we see, right? They worship politicians or actors and actresses for some money. I mean, like for some favor, whatever if they want some land or something, they go to such influential people like Tata or Bella, and they offer their humble obeisances, and they do all such kind of things. They accept them as God, as everything, because they help them financially, right? So like that. And people who worship in the mode of ignorance, they worship. You can see the picture. They think that the tree is haunted by ghosts, and in the night time they go there and they worship them, that tree as and they, what not they do. I don't know what they do, but they worship ghosts and spirits at that time. Okay, so let's see what the Prabhupada says. Different kinds of worshippers are described. According to scriptural injunction, only the Supreme Lord is worshipable. So Krishna or Vishnu is worshipable. Some lack faith, knowledge about the scriptural injunctions. So that's why they worship different objects based on their modes. In the mode of goodness, they worship demigods like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, sun god, etc. So different demigods are worshipped for different purposes. So we know, right? Like Indra is worshipped so that he can give heavenly enjoyment. Sun god is for getting us relieved from diseases. So some people worship Saraswati Devi so that they can get good education, good knowledge. Like that, different demigods for different purpose. Like Mother Parvati, they worship for getting a beautiful wife, like that. So different demigods are worshipped for different purposes. And in the mode of passion, demons are worshipped. Demons in the sense here we earlier discussed, right? Not with two horns or teeth. So demons here are in Kali Yuga, it's like they are people itself, humans. Like we said, right? Sai Baba or Puttaparthi Baba, Sai Baba, and they worship all these people as and politicians, and we even see that they build temples for actors and actresses, right? So that is all in the mode of passion. So in mode of just because they want some sense gratification, something they want out of them, so that's why they worship these people, these kind of people. So in mode of ignorance, worship ghosts, dead men at tombs. Okay, so they worship the tree and they circumambulate thinking that there is a ghost in that tree. Or some people they go to the tombs and they worship the tombs there. Okay. So in the modes of passion and ignorance, a powerful man is selected to be God. They think worshipping God or anyone is all the same results. Some lower class people worship and offer sacrifices to the trees hoarding ghosts in the forest. They think that there's a ghost and they worship that tree in the night in the forest. So these are not the authentic modes of worship. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. So what is the perfect and the correct one? One in pure goodness worships Vasudeva Krishna. So that is the highest and the perfect one. Not even in goodness. Goodness because we worship demigods. So pure goodness means one who's in pure goodness means they worship Vasudeva Krishna. Okay, and this is said in Srimad Bhagavatam. The impersonalists are supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness. So impersonalists, we know, right? These are people who think that God has no form because initially neophytes they don't understand that Krishna is a God. Krishna is God with two-handed form because they see him as a normal human being. Because we have two hands, they Krishna also has two hands, so they don't understand the concept of God. For them, God is like some light or some energy like that. So that's why these impersonalists, even though like they are in the mode of goodness. Why? Because they are worshipping the effulgence that is coming from the body of Krishna. So impersonal Brahmajyoti is nothing, right? Nothing but light that is coming from the transcendental body of Krishna, Lord Krishna. So which is what they are meditating on. And how do they meditate? They worship five kinds of demigods and Vishnu as another aspect of impersonal Brahman. Sometimes, they just can't meditate on light. So they choose a form, right? They worship five kinds of demigods, right? Who are they? Five kinds of demigods. They worship Vishnu. I mean, Vishnu is not a demigod, but they worship Vishnu also, right? Vishnu, Durga, Shiva, and what is that? Brahma and Surya. Sorry, not Brahma, Surya, Ganesha. So these five they worship. Okay, these when it is difficult for them to meditate on light, they choose one of these five demigods and Vishnu also, and they try to meditate on them. Okay, so next 5 to 6. अशास्त्र विहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः दम्बाहंकार दम्भाहङ्कार संयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्रामम् अचेतसः मां चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्धि आसुरनिश्चयान्. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation: those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures. In the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So see, these are demons who do such kind of things. Demons, they harm their body and they're hurting the super soul also present in their body. So we can see, right, how different people do different activities harming their body just for some money. How that they put their head in the sand, buried. And we can see Ravana also, right? He was doing, he's a demon. They raised the whole of that Himalaya because Shiva didn't come. He was worshipping Shiva. So because Lord Shiva doesn't come, he, with his whole strength, he, raised the whole of that Himalaya, wherever that Mount Kailash, he lifted it up. And then what he did, even then Lord Shiva didn't come, what he did afterwards, he tore open his heart and he, all those veins he took, and with that he used that as intestines as veena, and then he started singing praises about songs about Shiva. So demons are like that. So seeing all this, Shiva was like, oh no, but he will do even more atrocious activities. And then he thought it's better I come and give him darshan. So they force the demigods to come and give darshan, these demons. Actually, they don't like, but they harm their body so much that they're forced to come and give the darshan. Okay, like that, even same Hiranyakashipu, he was meditating on Brahma. Right, see, we can see how ant hills were formed and his body became like a skeleton, and ants and everything, they have eaten his body, everything. No? See, fasting for spiritual advancement is laid down in the scriptural injunctions. So fasting, generally that term is used only for spiritual purposes, spiritual advancement. But now in the material world, we see fasting they do for political or social purposes. We see that if something is not what they say, they don't accept, these politicians immediately they will do dharna or fasting. I won't eat until this bill is passed or this happens, right? Persons who follow practices that are not authentic, austere, or are demoniac and useless. So these are acts performed in pride, false ego, lust, and attachment for material enjoyment. So that is why they do all these. These people, out of pride, see, because they put their head, which nobody can do, they think that, yeah, we are great. Out of pride, they do false ego, lust, because they want money, right? Somehow they should get money. And they get attached to all these sense gratification, right? They affect the wellness of the body and disturb Lord living within and others too. Sometimes the performer may die too. Such performances are disobeying the Vedic scriptural injunctions, hence insulting to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Acheta Saha is one with abnormal mental condition. Okay, so these people are like that, they're Achetasaha. But people who are Chetasaha, how are they? Persons of normal mental condition must obey the scriptural injunctions. Lord forces the demonic people to take birth in the womb of demonic mothers. Life after life, they live with demonic principles. So these such demons, because they have the demonic tendency, they are made to born. Krishna makes them born in the wombs of demons only. Life after life, they are in that, they dwell in hell, they are in hellish I mean, like they take birth in the womb of demonic mothers. So they never understand the relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, but Krishna is always merciful, right? However, if fortunate, even though they may come in association with a spiritual master, so suppose they get in chance, like how we all, right? Because of devotees, we got in touch with the Krishna consciousness. So like that, maybe that demon, like he may be fortunate and come in the association with a spiritual master or a devotee, right? And then he can get guided on the path of Vedic wisdom. So he can get disentangled from material contamination and ultimately he may achieve the supreme goal. So 17.7 Aharastu api sarvasya trivido bhavati priyaha yagnastapastata danam tesham vedam imam shrunu. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Even the food each person prefers is of three kinds, according to the three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities, and charity. Now, here of the distinctions between them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So the food, we can see the PPT, right? The people who are in the mode of goodness, they eat vegetables, fruits, grains, milk, products like that. And passion, they eat meat, drink wine, and all those things. Very hot things, very spicy, very salty, very sour. They are like that, passion. And ignorance is like way beyond even passion. Drinking, intoxication, egg, meat, fish, everything they will have. Okay, let's see what Prabhupada says. So, eating habits, performances of sacrifice, austerities, and charities also they depend on the modes, on the three modes. One, understanding that different kinds of performances are governed by different modes is wise. Generally, people think, anything that we do is okay. But that is also, we should understand, per the mode, it is decided, right? So one who cannot discriminate between different kinds of sacrifices or good charities is foolish. One who understands that different kinds of performances are governed by different modes, he is wise, right? So that's the difference between a wise and a foolish. So wise, he understands depending on the modes, everything happens. Whatever sacrifice or austerity, charity we do is on the mode we are. But the foolish thinks whatever we do, sacrifice is okay, whatever we do, austerity is okay, charity is okay. He thinks everything is okay. He thinks okay. Whether you give it to a spoiled person, charity, then also he thinks that is charity. They don't discriminate, right? They advocate against scriptures. They don't follow because they don't read the scriptures. They deny the scriptures, right? So they advocate against scriptures that one can do whatever he likes and attain perfection. So they create their own ways and mislead the people, right? So the same things, the eating, sacrifice, austerity, charity. So the wise, what do they think? Those who know and discriminate based on these activities. So the wise people, they know all these four are dependent on the mode they are in. But the foolish, they consider whatever to be same and they don't discriminate. So foods, now we'll discuss. What kind of food a person in the mode of goodness eats and what kind of food a person in the mode of passion eats and in the mode of goodness also. Ayuhu sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaha rasyaha snigdaha stira hridya aharaha satvika priyaha. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, see, food is meant to increase the duration of life, purify the mind, and give bodily strength. Example, milk products, sugar, rice, wheat, fruits, and vegetables are very dear to the people in the mode of goodness. Baked corn and molasses can be made pleasantly palatable by mixing with milk or other foods. So these foods, pure in nature, are in the mode of goodness. They are quite distinct from untouchable things like meat and liquor. So they are saying these foods that are in the mode of sattva are not like the foods that we eat. I mean, like meat and liquor. We don't even touch them. People are in the mode of goodness at least. Fatty foods mentioned have no connection with animal fat obtained by slaughter. So here, fatty foods, when we say it is not that which is obtained from animal fat, that fat we don't eat. Fatty foods means like from what do you say, nuts, oils, like that. Okay, so not at all animal fat at all. So foods in the mode of goodness, animal fat in the form of, see, how do we get fat? In the form of milk, butter, cheese, etc., without killing animals. And what should we eat? What else should we eat in the mode of goodness? Sugar, rice, wheat, fruits, vegetables, baked corn and molasses, protein in split peas, dal, whole wheat, etc. And basically, main thing is Lord's prasadam. All this should be offered to Krishna, right? Lord's prasadam, and then we should have it as prasadam. Lord's prasadam and remnants of food first eaten by saintly persons, the spiritual master. The foods in the mode of passion are bitter. So, right, the goodness. Now let's go to passion. So, 17.9. Kat, Katu amla lavanati ushna तीक्ष्ण रूक्ष विदाहीनः आहारा राजस्येष्ट दुःख शोकाम्य प्रदाह. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation. Thank you, Mataji. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So let's see. Foods in the mode of passion are bitter, too salty, too hot or mixed, right? Too spicy, with too much red pepper. So by eating such foods, what are they saying? What will happen to us? It reduces the mucus in the stomach, leading to disease. Okay, so let's see. Tamas. Yata yamam gata rasam puti paryushitam chayat uchishtam api chamedhyam Bhojanam tamasa priyam. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, and food consisting of remains and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So let's see foods in the mode of ignorance. So foods cooked more than 3 hours before eaten. So any food generally, if you are cooking, it should be had within 3 hours, not more than 3 hours. If it is more than 3 hours, it is like food in the mode of ignorance. Except prasadam. See, prasadam, if you offer, and even if you have it after 3 hours or even after one day, is okay. Because it is offered to the Lord and it is purified and it is good for us. Right? Prasadam is an exception. So, prasadam, if you offer, even after 3 hours, also 3 hours, one day, you can have it because it's purified and had by the Lord. And kept over foods may cause infection or disease. So, palatable to persons in the mode of ignorance, rejected by those in the mode of goodness. Okay, the best food is the remnants of what is offered to the Lord. So, what does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? 9.26 Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upahritam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. So, what is Krishna saying? If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. So anything offered to the Lord, the main thing what Krishna says, not what kind of offering you're doing. He sees like with how much devotion and love you are doing. That is important for Krishna. Okay, so anything offered to the Lord must be done with utmost devotion. That does not mean we give whatever, just give only water, leaves, fruits, and that. Whatever is per our capacity, we should try to serve the Lord, right? What eatables we should give. So, Lord must be done with utmost devotion and love for Him to accept. The prasadam should be prepared as per scriptural injunctions when it is said to have become transcendental. Okay, so see, this is the PPT where the first this thing is food in the mode of goodness. So they are eating grains, rice, curries, vegetables, fruits, cheese, curd, and everything, all that, milk products. But see, in the second mode of passion, they eat fiery rice, spicy things, too salty, too spicy, too hot, like that, too cold, like that. And mode of ignorance, you can see, right? How do they eat? They eat like these, you can see worms here. The same cheese, when we zoom, we can see their worms, but still they eat that because they can't see from outside, they can't see their worms. So they think it is still good because it's more than 3 hours. They can't see the germs, they eat it. People in the mode of ignorance, they heat it and they eat it, but there are actually worms in it, okay? Ignorance. So 11. अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञो विधिदिष्टो य इज्यते यष्टव्यम् एवेत्. Mataji, I'll just come 1 second, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Correct, sir. Okay. జామ్గా కూడా తీసి పెట్టావు కదా సరే నేను చూసి తీసుకుంటాను రైట్ సారీ మాతాజీ ఐఎమ్ బ్యాక్
It's okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll read the sloka. Afalakankshibiryagno vididishtoya ijyate yashtavyam eveti manaha samadhaya sa satvikaha. So, Hare Krishna. Can you please read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to the directions of scripture as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward is of nature of goodness. Is of the nature of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now they are saying the sacrifice in the mode of goodness, how it is. So sacrifice should be performed without any desire, should be done dutifully. One should go to the temple or church as a matter of duty. But generally, why do we go to the temple or, right? In the mode of passion, we have a long list. We give Krishna or any demigod, we say, that's why we go to the temple. But we should not go to the temple for that sake. Person in the mode of goodness, see, one should go to the temple or church just as a matter of duty, just to see the Lord, we should go as our duty. Right? So paying obeisances to the Lord, offering flowers and eatables to the Lord must be done unconditionally. So when we go to see the Lord, we should not go empty-handed. We should always take something, right? Because see, generally when we go to some our friend's house or anybody's house, we don't go empty-handed. So when we are going to some normal material person's house itself, we take something. But when we're going to meet the supreme personality of Godhead or any demigod, I mean, we encourage only Krishna or Vishnu. But when we go to any temple, we don't go empty-handed. We take something, right? Like that. So paying obeisances to the Lord, offering of flowers and eatables to the Lord must be done unconditionally, right? Without any conditions. Not for worship for economic benefit, right? That is not recommended in the scriptures. 17.11. Oh, I think the shloka is not there, Mataji. I'll open the shloka. Which shloka was that, Mataji?
12, 12, Mataji, 12. 12, Mataji.
Haribol. Okay. अभिसन्धाय तु फलं दम्भार्थम् अपि चैव यत् इज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठ तं यज्ञं विद्धि राजसम्. Now let's go back again. Oh, 11, it's the same thing, Mataji. We read the shloka actually. The same thing, 11, we read here. The same thing is repeated, okay? Right? Here, Mataji.
Yes,
Here,
Mataji.
same 17.11, shloka is here. We read the translation, we finished. Again, same thing is given, 17.
Same translation is given here also, Mataji.
Yeah, that's what. So we'll continue here. So, according to the mode of goodness, sacrifice means according to the directions of scriptures. So, we have to do any sacrifice that is mentioned in the scriptures, not out of mental speculation. So, we should not just assume, oh, if I do this, it's okay, it's good for me, like that. No, whatever is said in the Shastras, we have to do such kind of sacrifices. Performed only as a matter of duty. So, just for duty sake, you should do. Example, you go to the temple or church as a duty and not for economics, not for getting some material sense gratification or something. That is the duty of every civilized man to obey scriptural injunctions. Okay, to offer respect to the deities and desire no reward. So you should not expect anything in reward just to because you went to the temple. So general tendency is to offer with a purpose in mind. See, we go with some intention to the temple. So 17.12. So I just read the shloka, Namataji. You can please read the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation. But the sacrifice performed for some material benefit or for the sake of pride, O chief of the Bharatas, you should know to be in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So same thing. See, if you consider, I mean, like the people who are in the mode of passion, they want to, I mean, show off that they're spending so much, they're doing lavish big yagnas, and they see they want to just do yagnas for name fame, so that some reporter comes and puts it in the TV. But they really don't have that devotion when they're doing that yagna, just for name fame, and that they've spent so much. They want to show off that they have done such a great yagna just for name and fame, like that. Okay, 13. Vidhi heenam asrushtanam mantrahinam adikshinam shraddha virahitam yagnam tamasam parichakshate. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any sacrifice, this one,
Yes.
17.13, any sacrifice performed without regard for the directions of scriptures, without distribution of prasadam, spiritual food, without chanting of Vedic hymns and remunerations to the priests, and without faith is considered to be the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, faith in the mode of darkness or ignorance is actually faithlessness. Means they don't have faith in anything, scriptures, and they're considered as faithless. Example, making money out of some demigod, worship spending it on sense gratification. So, not allowed in scriptures. Produce a demonic mentality, absolutely harmful to the human society. So, basically, the example of this is these people in the mode of ignorance. Especially, we can see on when the Ganesh Chaturthi comes and during Navaratri. So Ganesha, they put these deities, and they with the intention they put all these movie songs, and just for sense gratification. Because people they come to see the deity and they give money in the hundi. So just for that sake, these people, to attract them. That's why they don't put devotional songs. They put all the such Bollywood, Hollywood, Tollywood, or whatever songs to attract the people, and so that they will give some donation, and for that money, and they use that money not for the deities, they use it for their sense gratification. That's why they do such Navaratri. They conduct these Dandiya programs for 9 days. So all these kind of worship, is in the mode of ignorance. Okay. So here we can see Lord Shiva. This is one devotee who was in a mode of ignorance. So he worshipped Lord Shiva, and he got a benediction from him, this demon, and benediction that whoever that demon puts his head, or I mean his hand on somebody's head, they will die. So, but this demon is in so much in the mode of ignorance that he wanted to test whether that boon is working or not. So he wants to put it on Lord Shiva, who granted him that wish itself. He wants to put the hand. I want to test by putting it on your head itself. He says, Lord Shiva. And now Shiva, he gets scared. Arey, if he puts, I will die. So then he starts running. So he runs to Vishnu. He says, Vishnu, please help me. This is what happened. Okay, then Vishnu says, don't worry, I will take care. And then Vishnu transforms into a small boy. And then he stops this demon. See, by where are you running? And he says that, that demon asked that small boy, did you see Lord Shiva? He went running this way. No, I didn't. But why? What happened? He asked. No, that he gave me a bone, and I just wanted to test it on him. Then that boy says, you are believing in Lord Shiva. He is nothing. He can't give any bone. It won't work. See, you take your hand and put it on your head and try. It won't work. He will somehow entice him like that. And this person, because he's in the ignorance, right, mode of ignorance, he believes that boy's words, Vishnu, who's in that boy form, and he puts a head on his own, hand on his own head, and he dies. Right, so that will like mode of ignorance. People are like that. They do such kind of sacrifices. See, he did a sacrifice, he got a boon, and finally that caused his own destruction. So they don't know how to utilize the boons given also. Right? So like that, mode of ignorance, the people are like that. Okay, so now we'll come back. So 14 to 16, first 14 here. Deva Dvija Guru Pragna Pujanam Shaucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna. The austerity of the body consists in this worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother. Cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence are also austerities of the body. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here we can see in the PPT, right? Prabhupada, the small boy, is garlanding Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya of ISKCON. So what is the austerity of the body? Body should be used for worshipping whom? Krishna or Vishnu, or the spiritual masters, the Brahmanas, who guide us to Krishna or Vishnu, and our own parents and superiors like our father and mother and elders and all the Vaishnavas, everybody. And cleanliness, we should be clean inside and outside. Inside by chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, outside by bathing. And we should be simple in life. Prabhupada says simple living and high thinking, right? And we should try to, not hoard so much, like I want this comfort, I want to buy this, I want this car. Don't go for too much comforts. Try to live a simple life. Just by, Prabhupada says, in fact, you just buy a small land wherein you can cultivate your own grain and grow your own vegetables and fruits and just maintain a cow. So that life becomes simple. You don't have to go and work in factories, big companies, and waste your time. Right? Prabhupada was so simple. He said, and nowadays vegetables and fruits are so filled with so much pesticides. Right? So Prabhupada says, you put your own garden. That's why in ISKCON you see, or ISKCON temples, we see many gardens. They develop their own fruits and vegetables, and they have many, they have goshalas where cows are, they keep cows and they extract the milk and they have everything like that. So we should keep our life simple and celibate. So we should be like pure from inside, not for just sex life or sense gratification. So we should be celibate. And non-violence means no meat eating, okay, or also austerities of the body, right? So, and abstinence of sex from outside marriage, that is celibacy, okay? So the same thing is said, we can read. So next 17 or 15. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Austerity of speech consists of speaking truthfully and beneficially and in avoiding speech that offends. One should also recite the Vedas regularly. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now we are talking about austerity of speech, how austerity of speech should be, how the way we should talk. So one's speech should not agitate others' mind, right? A teacher can be stern with a student but not speak anything agitating to the minds of others. See, some people, they think, "Oh, I am so straightforward. I just talk, I speak whatever is truth. So it's okay if the other person gets offended or not. I don't bother, but I'm being good. I'm telling what is the truth." But yeah, you should definitely tell the truth. But that truth should be said in a very pleasant way, such that we can change them, right? They should be, we are saying something because we want to, we want them to change because they're doing something bad, but that telling also should be in a pleasant way. That's what they're saying, okay? So one should not talk nonsense, whatever comes to our mind. So we should not talk, see, we open our mouth, we should just talk about Krishna and not about some politician, or not about cinema stars or all those. We should not talk, we should not open our mouth for, or doing prajalpa, gossiping. You know what happened in this party, what happened there, this. No, all that is not nonsense. So whatever is said from the scripture must be authenticated by quotes from the scriptures. Talk should be very pleasurable, elevating, and beneficial. 17 or 16. Manah prasadaha saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samshuddhir ityetat tapo manasam uchyate. Hare Krishna. Now they talk about the austerities of the mind. How should they be? Okay. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna. And serenity, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purity of thought are the austerities of the mind. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here you can see right here how Sukadev Goswami, after so many, when he stayed in the womb of his mother for 16 years and he comes out, he starts running into the forest because, and behind him, his father Vyasadeva is running, if you see in the PPT, right? So he says, "Oh, Putra, where are you running?" Immediately, as soon as you've taken birth. He said, "No, no, no. If I will stay with you, Maya will capture me. So that's why I'm running into the forest." And when he was running on the way, Sukadev, like we can see, right, that the ladies, they are having their bath in the pond. But when Sukadeva Goswami was walking and running into the forest, those ladies, they don't cover their bodies. They are still just taking a bath happily. But when they see his father, Sukadeva Goswami's father, Vyasa Maharshi, they start covering their bodies with clothes, if you can see in the PPT, right? So now Vyasadeva gets a doubt. Arey, my son is like in his youth, you didn't cover your bodies seeing my son. I am an old man. Why seeing me you're covering your body? Then the ladies say, see, your son is a self-realized soul. Right? He does not understand the bodily distinct differences between man and woman. He sees everybody on the platform of soul. But you understand, you understand everything, man, the difference between man, women, everything. So that's why when we saw you, though you are like father, like for us, But you know the difference between man and woman and everything. So that's why seeing you, we covered our body. And when we saw Sukadeva Goswami, he doesn't know the distinctions between man and woman. He sees soul. So that's why we were continued bathing. That's why they say, right? So that is the difference. See, austerities of the mind detach it from sense gratification, right? Like Sukadev Goswami, right? He didn't want to get attracted to Maya. That's why he started running. Always thinking of doing good for others. Gravity in thought, always situated in Krishna consciousness. Divert the mind to Vedic literatures full of stories or of the Puranas and Mahabharata. That's why we should always be in association of devotees and we should read or hear the Shastras and the Puranas. Okay, that's why we should attend the Bhagavad Gita classes, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Ishopanishad, or the Nectar of Instruction, Devotion, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these, right? And rid the mind of duplicity. Always think about the welfare of all. In silence, always they contemplate on self realization. So they always, and when they're silent, they are always meditating on the Lord. Purify existence through straightforwardness in dealings. So whatever they do, they are like straightforward and they're pure in their dealings. So 17. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapasthatrividam naraihi afalakankszibhir yuktaihi satvikam parichakshate. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. The one word is hiding. This threefold austerity
Practice by those.
okay, practiced by those aimed by these is not to benefit themselves themselves materially, but to please the supreme is of the nature of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, those who are in a mode of goodness, their intention is they don't uh, want to just benefit themselves. They want everybody to benefit. See, for example, Srila Prabhupada, he was, when he started ISKCON, he was 70 years. Happily, he was leading a retired life. He could have actually nicely, he's doing his devotional service, living in Vrindavan in that Radha Damodar temple. He could have happily gone back to Godhead by doing that Seva devotional service there. But they know that they're so compassionate, they don't see their benefit. See, for he left Vrindavan. For him, Vrindavan is everything. He didn't want to leave, but he left Vrindavan. Right? Why? For the benefit of people like all of us. Right? They think about all of us because they know that everybody is suffering in this material world and they are so happy because they got Krishna consciousness, and that's the reason they take the trouble, they sacrifice their life for spreading Krishna consciousness because they want them also to be happy in Krishna consciousness. So here you see, right, our acharyas, they take everybody on Vrindavan parikrama. So you can see Vrindavan parikrama or Govardhan parikrama, Mayapur parikrama, because they want to engage them in the service of the Lord somehow or the other. Think of God, engage them in the service of the Lord. Okay. So 17.18. Satkaramana pujartam tapodambena chaiva yat kriyate tad iha proktam rajasam chalam adruvam. Okay, I'll 18, I'll stop on Mataji 1 second.
Hare
Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah, please read the translation, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Translation: penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So, yeah. Right. So, we earlier we discussed, right? So those who are in the mode of passion, they only do it to show off how great they are, just to get name, fame, honor, respect. they do all these activities, all these yagnas or penances or sacrifices that they do just for name, fame, and they want to just show off that how great they are, how lavish yagnas they are doing. So that like that. Right, 17.19. Muda grahenatmanah yat pidaya kriyate tapah parayasyotsya danartham va tat tamasam udahritam. Or else you can split the third line like this. Parayasyotsya adanartham va. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Marathi, thank you. And those penances and austerities which are performed foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure others are said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So earlier we saw some pictures, right? Some people, they are like mode of ignorance. They harm their body. Like you can see Hiranyakashipu, right?
Yes,
He became a skeleton, and anthill was built and everything. So they harm their body and they destroy. Such people are said to be in the mode of ignorance. See, penances and austerities executed to attract people. They're talking about passion people. Attract people. They want to receive honor, respect, and worship from others, that they are in the mode of passion. So such persons arrange to be worshipped by subordinates, letting them wash their feet and receive riches. See, some people in the mode of passion, they're always looking for respect. When they're doing this thing, what do you say? They look for like they want their legs to be washed. Generally, we see if we bring some great personality, like maybe he's doing some what do you say, politician or something. Anybody who comes, they demand respect by, because they want their feet to be washed. And they want to be garlanded, nice shawl. They want everything, something like that. They expect. Okay, so such people are in the mode of passion. And Hiranyakashipu also, he performed austerities. We saw, right? Because he wanted to become immortal and he wanted to kill the demigod. So people in the mode of passion are like that. Okay, so now we are talking about charity in the modes of, in different modes we'll see. दातव्यम इति यद्दानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Malaji, Hare Krishna, thank you. That gift which is given out of duty at the proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return is considered to be charity in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. See, about charity, they are telling, see, charity should be generally given to spiritual activities. No spiritual advancement when done indiscriminately. Some people think charity you give to anybody also, it is considered charity. No. So if you do such kind of charity, there will be no spiritual advancement. So it can be done to, maybe, but not always, may be done to the poor only on the grounds of compassion. So if you want to donate to the poor also, we should donate in such a way. Suppose you want to give them food. So give food that is offered to Krishna. It becomes prasadam. So you're giving them indirectly Krishna. So like that, if you do Annadan also, you offer everything to Krishna and then you give it. So it's like you're giving Krishna prasadam, you're giving them Krishna, their bhakti journey has started. So you should do, on the grounds of compassion, you can give it to the poor people, but generally for spiritual practices mostly. So done on pilgrimage, eclipses and end of the month to a qualified Brahmana, Vaishnava in temples is very auspicious. So we can do charity generally when we go to pilgrimage or when eclipses are there on special months like Ekadasi, or to a qualified Brahmana. So one who is like totally into spirituality, that kind of Brahmana or Vaishnava, you can give charity. Should be given without any expectation. even aspiration for heavenly planets. So you should not do any charity with the expectation of going to even heavenly planets, because again that is material again, right? So should never be followed by regrets. You should not regret again. Oh, why did I give this? You should not regret again. Oh, why did I do so much? Some people, they do spiritual donation, but later they feel, is it worth it? I mean, why I shouldn't have done it. Not like that. I shouldn't have given so much amount of money. Not like that. You should not regret. You should understand that is for a good cause. So, and should always be done in the mode of goodness only. So charity in the mode of goodness, it should be done as a duty without any, at a proper place and time, and to a worthy person. Okay, so given out of duty without expectation of return, same thing. Okay. Now we'll see charity in the mode of passion. Yattu pratyupakarartham phalam uddishya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtam tad danam rajasam smritam. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji, thank you, Hare Krishna. But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire of fugitive results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So this photo, remember, reminds us of COVID, right? COVID, many people could not work. Small people like who laborers or those people who work on daily wages. They were government asked them not to go out, right? All the people they had to be inside, so they could not work. So for such people, where they get their daily wages, they work from morning till evening. In the evening, they get their money. So they have to. Such people. Many people or politicians or people they supported, they put that they want to show that they're giving vegetables and everything for them on a daily basis, and they click a photo and post it on Insta or Facebook or wherever. Okay, so that is in the mode of passion. They're doing that seva, I mean that whatever they're giving vegetables, with the intention they want to get name fame. That is in the mode of passion, right? Or sometimes they do it in a grudging mode. Sometimes, politicians or such people, when many people they come as a group for some chanda or something, they don't like to give actually. They're in a grudging mode, but because they'll think, oh, my reputation will go away if I don't give. But in a grudging mode, he doesn't like, and then he says, okay, take, and he gives like that. So the mode of passion, they're like that. They don't like to give, but sometimes they give because they want to again get name, fame, and everything. In a grudgingly, even though they don't like, they give. See, expectation, charity and passion is expectation of something returned. They want some name, fame, right? Desire for fruitive results in a grudging mode. Okay. And 17.22. Adesha Adesha Kale Yaddanam Apat Apatrebhyascha Diyate Asatkritam Avadnatam Tat Tamasam Udahritam. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. And charity performed at an improper place and time and given to unworthy persons without respect and with contempt. With contempt is charity in the mode of ignorance. Yes,
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here in the picture, you see this person, he's asking help. I need money for weed. What is this weed? Weed is a kind of drug, like marijuana, right?
Yes.
It's like an intoxicant. It's a drug. So how royally he's asking, see, I need money for drugs. So if we give money to such people, that is in the mode of ignorance. Why is he putting that board? It means that somebody must have earlier given him. That is why he has put that board. Means such people who give at an improper place to improper people, that is in the mode of ignorance. You're encouraging his bad habit, right? So that is wrong. That is in the mode of ignorance. That's what they're saying here. See, at an improper place, at an impure place, at improper time, to unworthy person, no proper attention, no proper respect. We get okay, and we are in the conclusion. So, what is the best thing they're saying? See, whenever we do any sacrifice or any penance or anything, So we should do it by saying Om Tat Sat. So Om Tat Sat means you are giving the benefit all to Krishna. Say, Krishna, I'm offering the charity that I'm doing all for you. Right? So Om Tat Sat. Before we do anything, okay, we'll see what that is. 17.23. Om Tat Sat इति निर्देशो ब्राह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः ब्राह्मणास्तेन वेदाश्च यज्ञाश्च विहिताः पुरा. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, see, when you do any activity saying Hari Om Tat Sat, it means you're giving it as an offering to Krishna. See, some people, they work from 9 to 5 job. They can start their job morning by saying Om Tat Sat. Means I'm doing this job as an offering to you, Krishna. Why? When you say Om Tat Sat means what? It becomes from material to spiritual. So whatever work he's doing, by the end of the month, he will get the salary. So that money, in that 10% or 15%, he will use it in the service of Krishna. So it becomes his job is no longer material now. It is spiritual. That's why any activity that we are doing materially also, if we say Om Tatsa, it's an offering to Krishna, it becomes spiritualized. So nothing is like spiritual material in this world. So it's just the consciousness, change of consciousness that is important. Everything that we do materially, it becomes spiritual just by our consciousness in Krishna. By just saying Om Tat Sat, I'm offering all this to Krishna. That's all. Okay. See, all penances, sacrifices, charities, and foods are divided in 3 types based on the modes. So, hence, all of these are conditioned and contaminated. Because everything in material world is contaminated and conditioned. Only when aimed at the Supreme, Om Tat Sat, they elevate one spiritually. So, when you do anything as an offering to Krishna or Vishnu, then you will elevate spiritually. All charities, sacrifices, and penances should be done uttering Om Tat Sat, means as an offering to the absolute truth, Krishna. Qualifies the performances to be done in a mode of goodness, spiritualizing them. This is Krishna consciousness, enabling one to return home back to Godhead. 17 or 24. Tasmad Om iti udahritya yagnadana tapah kriya pravartante vidhanoktaha satatam brahmavadinam. Hare Krishna. So can you please read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thus, the transcendentalists undertake sacrifices, charities, and penances, beginning always with Om to attain the Supreme. Om iti yad brahmano nishtam nedishtam namaha indicates the first
Nama,
goal.
Mataji.
Nama indicates the first goal. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, what are they saying? That's why Om, the Brahmanas, when they do yagna, that's why in the Vedas also we see, they put this Om. Om is nothing but Vishnu, right? Krishna, Vishnu. That's why it becomes spiritual at yagna. They are using Om. Om means Vishnu. So it is placed at the beginning of Vedic hymns to indicate the supreme goal. So 17:25. Tat iti anabhisandhaya phalam yagna tapakriya dana kriyascha vividaha kriyante moksha kankshibhihi. Okay. So Om. Now in each shloka they're saying in the earlier shloka Om. Now Tat. Next is Sat. Om Tat Sat. Right? Om we said, we discussed, that is Vishnu. Now they're talking about Tat. So Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Without desiring fugitive results, one should perform various kinds of sacrifices, penance, and charity with the word Tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from material entanglement. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here they are saying Tat Tattvam Asi. In the Chandogya Upanishad it is said. So that what does it mean? That means it describes your detached from the whatever work you're doing for the sake of liberation. See, when you say that, it means you are detaching yourself from the material world. Liberation means what? You are no longer coming back to this material world. You are stopping the cycle of birth and death. So when you say that and you perform any activity, it describes that you are getting detached, like you are getting closer to God, Krishna. Okay, so these activities are done regardless of material results. So you're doing it to please Krishna, not for any material results. So that's why they are saying now individually they're explaining why what is Om, Tat, and Sat. That's why when we do any sacrifice, charity, or anything, we should utter Om, Tat, Sat for any sacrifice or whatever. So 26, 27. Sadbhave sadhu bhave cha sad iti etat prayujyate prashaste karmani tatha satchadaha or sat shadbha shad shabdah sorry shabdah sat shabdah partha yuchyate yagne tapasi dane cha sthitihi sad iti चोच्यते कर्म चैव तद अर्थीयम सद इति एवाभिधीयते. Hare Krishna. I think the translation is not given here. I'll open the translation 26, 27. So, Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Translation. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice and it is indicated by the word Sat. The performer of such sacrifice is also called Sat, as are all works of sacrifice, penance, and charity, which true to the absolute nature are performed to please the Supreme Person, O Son of Pratha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, see, prashaste karmani is prescribed duties. What are the prescribed duties? They are telling, see, the many purificatory process from the time of conception to the end of one's lives. These are meant for ultimate liberation of the living entity. See, what are the purificatory process? Right from birth to death, actually we have 64. Out of that, the main actually I think 16 are there, like Garbhadana Samskara or name giving ceremony of the child and eating ceremony, like that many are there, like Antima Samskara, marriage ceremony. That so for all these there are many purificatory process right from the time of conception to the end of one's life. So why do we do all these samskaras? They are meant for ultimate liberation of the living entity. So uttering Om Tat Sat is very auspicious, hence recommended during their performances. That's why anything we should do is as an offering to Krishna. That's why we say any activity, it becomes spiritualized when you say Om Tat Sat, you're doing it for Krishna. Sat Bhave is acting in Sattva, Krishna consciousness, and in Sadhu Bhave. Sadhu means devotee. One is fully conscious of the activities of Krishna consciousness. So transcendental matters become very clear in the association of devotees. So that's why we should always be in the association of devotees and gain the knowledge, the required knowledge. Knowledge is very important, and only a devotee, one who is surrendered to Krishna, he can give us. So we should accept such a spiritual master, and under their guidance, we should learn the Shastras. Satam Prasanga is without good association, one cannot achieve transcendental knowledge. When initiating a person or offering the sacred thread, that time also they say Om Tat Sat is vibrated. So Guru Maharaj, when he gives us initiation, he says Om Tat Sat. And in fact, Guru Maharaj, when like Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, when he used to give classes, In the beginning, he used to say, after reciting the prayers, he used to say Om Tat Sat. I was wondering why Guru Maharaj says Om Tat Sat. Then after later, I came to understanding that he's giving whatever the class he's giving it as an offering to Krishna. Right? So that's why Guru Maharaj says Om Tat Sat. In performance of yagnas, the object is supreme. Om Tat Sat. Yeah. So for the generally, who's the yagna bhokta? Is Krishna or Vishnu, not some Indra, Chandra, or Varuna, or anybody, sun god or somebody. So we should understand that the yagna bhokta is always Krishna or Vishnu. Tad artiyam means offering service to anything which represents the supreme, including cooking prasadam and helping in the Lord's temple, broadcasting the glories of the Lord. So offering everything. See, we generally have to eat anyway 3 times. We cook, right? So instead of when we are cooking for our sense gratification, it becomes material. But when you say Om Tat Sat and you're cooking it for the Lord, to please the Lord, so you cook without onion, garlic, you offer it to the Lord, and you have that as prasadam, right? Like that. So Om Tat Sat are sacred words used to, that's like that. All our activities, they become spiritual, no longer material. So generally people ask, I have so many material things to do. I can't do spirituality. Nothing is impossible. See, it's just the consciousness that has to be changed. It becomes Krishna conscious. Okay. So Om Tat Sat are sacred words used to perfect all the activities, making them complete. So this we saw. 26, 27 is what we read, right? Yeah, same thing. So Sad Eva Saumya in Chandogya Upanishad, same it is said. What is Sat? Sat means eternal. So activities done for the service of the Lord. So reveal the true spiritual nature. In such activity, the performer of actions becomes eternal. The activities are aimed at the eternal, and the benefits of the activities are eternal. So everything is eternal. So you don't do it with any material sense gratification or anything. What we are doing is spiritual, and the result that we get is also spiritual. Okay. Factually, the transcendental sound Omkara, although a combination of the 3 letters U, Ma, has transcendental potency. And one who chants Omkara, see, Omkara means right? Kara. So that one who chants Omkara will soon realize Omkara, that is who? Omkara means Lord Vishnu, to be non-different. So Om, when people are saying that sound, transcendental sound, Om, means they are remembering, meditating on Lord Vishnu. Okay, that they should understand. So here, Akaranechyate Krishnaha Sarvalokaika Nayakaha they're saying what is the Omkara meaning here? See, Karana means in that Om, A means Krishna, right? So, Akara means refers to Krishna, who is Sarva Lokaika Nayakaha, the master of all living entities and planets, material and spiritual. Ukara means what? Ukara means what? It means it indicates Srimati Radha Rani, the pleasure potency of Krishna. And in that Omkara, means Krishna. Om. U means Radharani, Srimati Radharani. Om. That Makara means living entities, Jivas, all of us. Right? So, Om and Kara. So that Ma means Krishna, Radharani, and the living entities. Okay. So last shloka, 17.28. Ashraddhaya hutam dattam tapastaptam kritam chayat asad ityuchyate partha nacha tat pretya na iha. No iha. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Motherji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Translation: but sacrifices, austerities, and charities performed without faith in the Supreme are non-permanent. O son of Pratha, regardless of whether rites are performed, they are called asat and are useless both in this life and the next. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So they're finally concluding what? You should have faith that the sacrifice you're doing for Krishna, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. But without that faith, if you do, that whatever you are doing is of no use. They are saying it is asat, and it is not useless both it is useless both in this life and the next. So sacrifice, charity and penance done without transcendence in focus is useless, abominable. So everything should be done for the supreme in Krishna consciousness. You should have that faith that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. To that Krishna, I'm doing this charity or penance or sacrifice, whatever, under proper guidance. So Vedic scriptures proclaim faith in the supreme is most important. The goal of all Vedic instructions is the understanding of Krishna. Austerities done in goodness are better than those done in the mode of passion and ignorance. So, best is doing any sacrifice in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so that is the ultimate, that is the conclusion. So, if you do any charity or anything in Krishna consciousness, means you are above the material platform, you are in the transcendental. So, that is transcendental to the material modes. So, conditioned people generally, whom do they worship? Demigods or ghosts or yakshas, we saw, right? Different kinds of worship in different modes we saw earlier. They worship demigods, ghosts, or yakshas like Kubera because they want to get elevated gradually materially. So, the important message of this chapter is faith in the Supreme can be developed under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, and matured faith transforms into love. So, such love is the ultimate goal of all living entities. See, why do we chant the Hare Krishna mantra? Not for liberation. Devotees don't chant the Hare Krishna mantra for liberation. They want Krishna prema. The prema is already there for Krishna, but now we don't have prema for Krishna. How will that? It is there actually. For all, everybody is there. Every living entity has that prema, but now it is in sleep mode. It is dormant in the heart. How can we awaken that love for Krishna? Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, the ultimate. That's why the Hare Krishna mantra is special. It is separate than we have many mantras for liberation. But that the speciality of the Hare Krishna mantra is that liberation is just byproduct for us. But the main reason why we chant is to get Krishna prema. For devotees, 5 types of liberation are there, right? Sayujya, Sarupya, Salokya. Many are there. They are not least bothered. Right? For them, they want Krishna prema. That is the ultimate. Okay, so that is what they're saying here. So if you have faith in bona fide spirit, I mean, like, how can that faith in Supreme Krishna be developed under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master? And once we get that faith, after it matures slowly, 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 it becomes into love for Krishna. So that love is the ultimate goal for all living entities. Hare Krishna. We've completed chapter 17. Thank you so much, Mataji. And please